Today we're taking a deep dive into the idea of soul purpose, exploring an article from the Spiritual Seek called Living Intentionally, Aligning Your Life with Your Soul's Purpose.
Sounds intriguing.
It delves into the spiritual side of things and even philosophical ideas about purpose, offering practical ways to figure out and live in alignment with your soul's purpose.
It's a topic that's fascinated people for centuries.
Absolutely. So let's start with the basics. How does the article define this soul purpose?
Well, it describes it as that unique reason each of us exists. That higher calling that aligns with who you are deep down, your talents, your experiences.
So it's more than just chasing success or meeting expectations.
Right. It's about who you are at your core and what gives your life that sense of fulfillment and meaning.
The article uses an interesting analogy. It's like a thread connecting all the different parts of your life, relationships, career passions, even challenges, weaving them into a meaningful story of growth.
It's about seeing how all those pieces fit together into a bigger picture.
Exactly. And speaking of bigger pictures, it's interesting how this idea of soul purpose shows up in various spiritual traditions.
Oh, absolutely. In Hinduism, for example, the soul, or Atman, is seen as inseparable from Brahman, the ultimate reality.
So there's this idea of a true self connecting to something larger than ourselves.
And that idea echoes across many traditions. In Christianity, the soul seeks reunion with God. In Islam, it's ruh, a breath from Allah.
There's a common thread about the soul's eternal nature and its connection to something beyond our individual lives.
This idea of a cosmic design where everyone has a specific role to play is also woven into various spiritual frameworks.
Like in Buddhism, where it's represented as dharma, one's cosmic duty or path.
Right. And many indigenous cultures emphasize living in balance with nature and honoring your unique gifts as part of your spiritual responsibility.
The article also mentions the concept of karma.
That law of cause and effect shaping our experiences and guiding us toward our purpose.
It even uses examples from the Bhagavad Gita and Buddhist teachings on reincarnation to show how challenges and actions contribute to fulfilling our purpose over multiple lifetimes.
It's fascinating how these ancient traditions grapple with these big questions about life purpose and meaning.
And it's not just spiritual traditions. Philosophical perspectives also offer valuable insights.
Definitely. Existentialist thinkers like Sartre and Kierkegaard emphasize individual freedom and responsibility.
So we create meaning through the choices we make and the actions we take.
Exactly. It's about living authentically in accordance with our true selves.
This reminds me of Aristotle's idea of eudaimonia, or flourishing, achieved through virtuous living.
It suggests that fulfilling our innate talents and contributing to society are key parts of a meaningful life.
Have you ever noticed those moments when you feel most alive and engaged?
Absolutely. Whether I'm deeply immersed in a project helping someone or simply appreciating nature, those moments hint at my talents and how they might align with a greater purpose.
That's a great point. Then there's transcendentalism, with figures like Emerson and Thoreau emphasizing intuition and self-reliance.
They believed in this unity between humanity, nature, and the divine, encouraging us to align with universal truths through introspection or by connecting with nature.
Like spending time outdoors can bring clarity, helping us understand our place in the interconnectedness of life.
Absolutely. It's about tapping into that inner wisdom.
Even Nietzsche's concept of the will to power can be seen as resonating with the idea of soul purpose.
It's about pushing past our limits and embracing our full potential, a powerful force when aligning with our soul's purpose.
Now, the article shifts to the practical side. How do we actually uncover our soul purpose?
It outlines 7 key approaches, starting with self-reflection and introspection, really digging deep into your passions, values, strengths, and what brings you joy.
So journaling and meditation could be helpful tools here.
Absolutely. They can help us connect with our inner landscape and uncover what truly matters to us.
The second approach is listening to your inner guidance, paying attention to intuition, dreams, synchronicities, and moments of clarity.
It's about being mindful and noticing those recurring signs or opportunities, those little nudges guiding us toward our true path.
The third approach involves reflecting on your life experiences, both the good and the bad.
Yeah, the idea is to learn from those pivotal moments and see how they've shaped us. The article also highlights activities that bring about a state of flow where time seems to disappear.
I love those moments.
They can reveal our natural talents and how they connect with meaningful action.
The fourth approach focuses on serving others.
It emphasizes using your gifts to uplift others and make a positive impact on the world.
So consider how you can make a difference and who you're drawn to help.
Exactly. It's about channeling our talents into something bigger than ourselves.
Seeking guidance from mentors or spiritual teachers is the fifth approach.
It could involve finding trusted individuals or joining self-discovery workshops or spiritual communities. Sometimes an outside perspective helps us see our strengths more clearly.
It's like having a guide on this journey of self-discovery.
Right. And the sixth approach is all about embracing curiosity and exploration, trying new things, taking up hobbies, traveling, learning new skills, stepping outside your comfort zone.
It's about expanding our horizons and potentially uncovering hidden talents and passion.
Absolutely. Sometimes we stumble upon our purpose when we least expect it.
And finally, the article suggests aligning with nature as a way to reconnect with your essence and find clarity.
Spending time outdoors can be incredibly grounding, offering insights into life's interconnectedness. Nature reminds us of the bigger picture and our place within it.
It's like hitting the reset button and getting back in touch with our true selves.
Exactly. It can help us clear away the mental clutter and tap into our intuition.
So once we have a better sense of our soul purpose, the next question is how to actually live it.
That's where things get really interesting. The article outlines 7 key principles for this ongoing process of alignment and growth.
And we'll delve into those principles in the next part of our deep dive.
Stay tuned. So we left off with the idea of aligning with our soul's purpose and how to actually live it out.
The article presents 7 key principles for this journey, which it sees as a process of growth.
The first principle is embracing authenticity. Basically aligning your actions and lifestyle with your true self.
That sounds like it could involve some tough choices.
It might mean going against societal expectations or letting go of things that no longer serve us, but it allows us to live in harmony with who we truly are.
It's about living a life that feels true to yourself.
Exactly. And the second principle is overcoming fear and resistance.
Because stepping into our purpose can be daunting.
Absolutely. It often means moving beyond our comfort zone and facing our fears. But the article reminds us that those fears and doubts are natural.
So how do we overcome them?
The article suggests practices like mindfulness affirmations and seeking support from others. It's about building that inner strength and resilience to pursue our path even when it feels scary.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
The third principle is practicing gratitude.
It's about shifting our focus to what we already have and appreciating the good in our lives.
That can be a powerful shift in perspective.
It is. It helps us cultivate trust in the universe and reminds us that everything unfolds in its own time.
So instead of focusing on what's missing, we appreciate what's present.
Exactly. It helps us stay grounded and positive even when facing challenges.
The fourth principle is about serving others through our gifts.
This is where we take those talents and passions and use them to make a positive impact on the world.
Whether it's through acts of kindness, creative expression, teaching, or any other form of service.
It's about sharing our unique abilities to contribute to something larger than ourselves.
It's about making a difference.
Precisely. The fifth principle is staying open to evolution.
Because our understanding of our purpose can change over time.
Absolutely. Life is a journey of learning and growth, and our purpose can evolve along with us.
So it's not about getting stuck in a rigid definition of our purpose.
Right. It's about staying flexible and adaptable while staying true to our core values.
The sixth principle is balancing action with reflection.
It's about finding that sweet spot between actively engaging in the world and taking time for introspection.
So we need both outward action and inward reflection.
Absolutely. Practices like journaling meditation or spending time in nature can help us maintain this balance.
They allow us to reconnect with our inner guidance and make sure our actions are aligned with our soul's purpose.
Exactly. It's about staying grounded and centered as we move through life.
And finally, the seventh principle is celebrating progress without perfection.
This one is so important. It reminds us that living our soul's purpose is an ongoing journey, not a destination.
It's not about achieving some flawless ideal.
Right. It's about those small steps we take each day, celebrating our accomplishments, and learning from our setbacks.
It's about embracing the journey with all its ups and downs.
Absolutely. And remembering that every experience contributes to our growth and understanding of our purpose.
The article seems to emphasize that our purpose is connected to something larger than ourselves.
It highlights the interconnectedness of all things and how aligning with our soul's purpose contributes to a greater harmony in the world.
That reminds me of the analogy of the tapestry where each individual's gifts and experiences are like threads woven together.
Exactly. When we live authentically and contribute our unique talents, we create something beautiful and meaningful.
It's like each of us has a role to play in this grand tapestry of life.
The article also touches on the connection between soul purpose and the spiritual realm.
It suggests that our existence is rooted in something eternal and transcendent.
By aligning with our purpose, we tap into that deeper connection
It's about finding that balance between the material and spiritual aspects of our being.
and bridging the gap between our personal aspirations and universal truths.
The article concludes with a mini-test designed to help readers assess their own spiritual journey.
It asks you to reflect on statements that gauge your openness to growth and your willingness to contribute to society.
It seems like a helpful tool for self-reflection and understanding where we are in our path.
Absolutely. And the article also provides links to other resources for further exploration.
So what stands out to you from all this? Anything particularly insightful?
What resonates with me is how the article blends spiritual traditions, philosophical perspectives, and practical guidance into a cohesive framework. It's not just about understanding soul purpose in theory, but about taking actionable steps to align with it in our daily lives.
The practicality is key. It's great to have these big ideas, but how do we actually apply them?
Exactly. The article provides concrete tools and practices to support us on this journey of self-discovery and purpose-driven living.
I appreciate how it emphasizes personal reflection, inner guidance, and service to others. It's a reminder that discovering and living our soul's purpose is an ongoing process.
And that it requires both introspection and action, a willingness to look within and to engage with the world around us.
And it's a journey, not a destination.
Right. The article encourages us to embrace curiosity, stay open to new possibilities, and trust the unfolding of our unique path.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, what key takeaways would you highlight for our listeners?
I'd encourage listeners to reflect on those moments when they felt most alive, engaged, and in flow. Those experiences can provide valuable clues about their talents and passions. Also consider which of the 7 approaches for discovering soul purpose resonate most deeply. This is a personal journey, so finding the tools and practices that work best for you is key.
Those are great points. And if the idea of soul purpose feels overwhelming, remember, it's not about having all the answers right now. It's about taking small steps, staying curious, and trusting the process. As we wrap up this deep dive into living intentionally, aligning your life with your soul's purpose, let's explore some practical ways to apply these ideas.
The article emphasizes the importance of balancing action with reflection in this journey of aligning with our soul's purpose.
So it's not just about taking action, but also taking time to look inward.
Right. It encourages us to engage in practices like journaling meditation or spending time in nature, to reconnect with our inner guidance and ensure our outward actions are aligned with our inner truth.
It's like making sure we're staying true to ourselves as we move forward.
Exactly. And one of the key takeaways for me was the emphasis on embracing evolution, recognizing that our soul's purpose isn't static.
So it can change and grow as we do.
Absolutely. It's about staying open to new possibilities and adapting our path as needed, trusting that the journey itself is just as important as the destination.
The article reminds us that it's not about achieving some perfect ideal.
It's about progress, those small steps we take each day towards living more authentically and in alignment with our purpose, celebrating milestones and embracing setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth.
Ultimately, this idea of soul purpose offers a framework for living a more meaningful and fulfilling life, connecting with our deepest selves, using our gifts to make a positive impact, and recognizing our interconnectedness with all things.
It's a powerful concept that invites us to look inward, to explore our values, passions, and experiences, and to consider how we can contribute to a greater good.
It's a journey of self-discovery and growth, one that requires introspection, courage, and a willingness to trust the unfolding of our unique path.
And as we conclude this deep dive, we encourage you to continue exploring these ideas and to seek out resources that resonate with you. Remember, you have a unique contribution to make to the world, and your life has meaning and purpose.
Thank you for joining us on this exploration of living intentionally, aligning your life with your soul's purpose, deep seeking, keep growing, and keep shining your light.